exactly why. The first 5 questions that we are going to ask come straight from that page. So even before all the people that ask their questions at the beginning of the show, these first 5 are going to be from the fan page. So make sure that you guys join it. So the first one comes from Kuldeep, saying he's from India, and I got married with a U.S. citizen in India. After this, she filed a petition, the I-130. We got an NOA.
No, NOA? Notice of approval?
Okay, yeah, and
Yes.
the priority date is May 10th, 2019. Could you please tell me when I get my approval for an I-130 petition?
Oh, she only got a receipt notice so far.
Yes.
So it's May 10th, 2019 or 18?
19.
It takes about 12 months or so, hopefully less. If 12 months comes and goes and you don't have an approval, that's when you start thinking mandamus and abadiabare.
So May of next year?
Before.
Or before.
Next question comes from Delroy Evans. My grandmother, who is an American citizen, filed an I-130 petition for my married mother, married to my father. I was mentioned as a derivative on it, and the priority dates is April 2008 when I was 10. The visa became available November 2019 when I am 21. Am I still eligible to migrate with them?
It's very possible, depending on how long it took the I-130 to get approved, but it sounds like, to me, unless that was a very quick I-130 approval, like from receipt to approval, it sounds like you would be under the Child Status Protection Act.
All right, Jalen saying, is there a time frame for humanitarian reinstatement process if requested by USCIS if the beneficiary passes away and left the kids behind and that's approved I-130?
There's no time frame to request a humanitarian waiver. Reinstatement, excuse me.
Ahmed Il says, hey Brad, I'm in Chicago. I need to hire you to file mandamus because I passed the naturalization since August 2018. Until now, there is no oath ceremony.
That sounds more like a de novo or mandamus. We're not sure yet. But
Okay.
Yes,
So you
give
need
us a
to-
call.
Yeah, give a call.
Same number that you see scrolling on the bottom.
All right,
Call.
M Phone saying, on entry in the U.S., I was detained at the airport, my visa canceled, and I was deported back to my country due to immigration issues 2 years ago. How long does it take to apply for another visa?
What was the immigration issue?
I knew you was going to ask that because if that was a drug charge,
Correct.
you ain't coming back.
If that was a misrepresentation, you ain't
you
coming
ain't coming
back.
So we need to know.
All right, Susan Sutton asks, or says, good day, Brad Show Live. My question is, my husband's petitioned my 2 kids, both single, unmarried, that they're age over 21. How long will they have to wait before they can come here to the USA?
About a 6-7 year wait.
Andrea Clark saying, going to email Monday, waiting on 1 year and 2 months for the interview date. How long after do you think that we have to wait when they send a letter for the interview?
Going to email what on Monday?
Maybe it's got an email.
Got an email.
Because it says going to
Going
email,
to,
but I
yeah.
feel
Got
like
an
got
email.
an email on Monday, waiting 1 year and 2 months for the interview date. How long after that do you think that we'll have to wait to send when they send a letter?
She put in a request. Let me read this. And asked immigration, when will she get her interview? She's been waiting. And
you shake it well?
Yes, I shake it well. But I shake it as I ask the question because other than
It's
that, the Magic 8 Ball doesn't know what I'm asking. Okay? And Magic 8 Ball, she put in a request. She's been waiting 1 year and 2 months for her interview. Immigration sent her back an email. What is the exact day? And how long will she have to wait for her interview? Says the outlook is good for an interview, it just doesn't know when.
All right.
Okay. But if you've been waiting for more than 1 year and 2 months, the only way to be sure is to file a mandamus. That'll get it really fast.
Tamara Rodent says, my case was updated to new card is being produced on my I-765. How long will it take to receive the EAD card?
It's being produced, which means they're manufacturing it. Magic 8 Ball.
There's another one.
When will this woman get her work permit? It's usually a couple weeks, but let's see if the Magic 8 Ball knows the exact day.
Yep.
It says signs point to yes,
How's
she
it
will get
looking?
it.
Okay.
All right.
That's the vibe
Alberto.
I'm sending to the universe.
So basically, you ask vague questions. Magic 8 Ball gives you vague answers.
Right, there you go.
Right.
Alberto saying, do you think immigration can give me trouble in my interview because I have 2 kids? They're born almost the same time I was married with another girl.
What do you think? He's asking a question. He's married to one girl, or lady, let's not call her a girl, she's
Right.
a woman. And he has 2 children out of wedlock,
Yep.
born to 2 other women. And
Sounds
he
like
wants to
someone
be
busy.
able to prove to immigration that his marriage to his current wife that he's going into is legit.
Yeah,
And
that's
he's
good.
asking that question. What do you think, Vanessa?
I,
If you were an immigration officer, would you believe that his marriage is legit?
Well, we're hopping around out wedlock.
Yes.
It's
So
not
so
looking
the
too
presumption
good.
is the answer is they're going to give you a problem
Yeah.
because the presumption is that you're not in a bona fide marriage with your wife, that you're hopping in the sack with every person who walks down the street. So you got to prove that either your wife approves of this lifestyle that you're living, all right? Because some people have
Right.
open marriages,
Open, mutual.
all right? Or that she has forgiven you and you've strayed, or whatever the situation is. But they're gonna. We had that call just
Yep.
from the woman from San Antonio, Fata, whatever her name is, Fatimima.
And it was the
And
same
she's
topic.
same topic, but she only had 1 kid.
Right.
Right.
This guy had 2 kids at the same time with 2 different women.
Yeah, that doesn't look too
Yeah,
good.
that's a little
Linda,
sus.
excuse me. What?
A little suspect.
Suspect.
Yeah.
Yes, they're going to suspect you, but you can overturn that burden. I mean, but you got to prove that this is love.
Yeah. So you got to pull out all of your receipts.
Yes.
That's what that sounds like.
Yes.
Queen of My Castle Lee says, after you get your receipt from the USCIS to get your work permit / green card, what's the next step?
By the way, was that person who just asked that question, Lisa Bling Rose, says his name was Mr. Do It Nice?
No.
Was that the
Alberto.
person's Facebook?
Alberto.
Oh, it was not Mr. Do It Nice.
No, it was
Okay.
Alberto.
She's just calling them that.
Oh, I thought that was his real
No,
Facebook name. I'm
no.
like, wow.
No.
No.
All right, what was your question?
After you get your receipt from the USCIS to get your work permit / green card, what is the next step?
Wait for a biometric appointment. Go for your biometrics, and then ultimately you'll get your work permit and combo card if you applied for it, and then eventually you'll get an interview for your green card.
Okay, Maron's saying, I applied for the I-751 removal 14 months ago, and the USCIS sent me a letter last week saying they transferred my case to the benefits center. My question is, do you think it's going to affect my case, and what's next?
Wait, what happened?
That she applied for the I-751 removal 14 months ago, and then USCIS sent a letter saying that it's been transferred to the benefits center.
I think they just transferred it there because they don't have an interview slot for you, but eventually you'll get an interview.
All right.
And last one to wrap up social media from Layla Smith. The Form I-944 self-sufficient is not approved yet in the NVC website. Is it going to be active by January 2020, or they're still working on questionnaire? Please explain.
They're still working on it, but eventually they're just going to make it active, and then you're going to need to start doing it. I don't know the exact day they're going to do it. Thanks for watching. For more Bradshaw Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.